The man behind Ram Lalla's divine clothing, behind the ornate details of every thread adorned by Ram Lalla. This is Ram Lalla's dress designer, Manish Tripathi, who joins us live and exclusive on India Today. Thank you so much for your time. Many, many congratulations. Ram Lalla is adorned with the golden attire designed by you. What an honor. How does this moment really feel?
Yes, actually, it's a clear sheer blessing from God. I would say it feels like, truly feels as if the chosen one. Can't thank enough, what God has given to me. And I don't have words rather, I don't have words to express my feelings right now. And to be called as the designer for Prabhu Shri Ram is, I think, I feel, if I may say, Jeevan Dhanya ho gaya.
That's quite something, isn't it? No, lots of secrecy and such an important moment. What was your design process really like?
So I have been trying to pitch in to Trust to give me this work, and I've been working on my at my level, deciding, creating fabrics, getting them weaved, doing all that whatever I could, and probably back of the head, because it's very important. I think more than execution, the idea is very important. So, and I think it goes, if you plan well, then you can execute it well. So we spent a lot of time on planning and deciding what I would do if given this job. So I took a lot of time for that. And, I think it's almost a year now when once last year in March, I guess, I believe that the news was out that, the idol would be carved from various stones, and there would be three, people who would be doing it. So I was fingers crossed. I kept my fingers crossed. I thought I was to pray every day. I need to do this work. I have to do this job, and I was preparing myself. However, this came to me, in around December when I think they were about to finalize the idol, and once I got, there was a very basic brief which was there out in media in the very beginning that the idol would be 51 inches, and it's a standing statue. So that thing which that was little I was familiar with, but yeah, that was it. What I knew earlier, but once we came on the ground, right in front of the idol, it was slightly challenging. But it was a Bhagwan Prabhu Shri Ram's job. So it has to be easy. It has to get easy anyhow. So I would say by his blessing, it all went well.
Yes, Manish, we want to know, since when have you really been designing clothes? How different was designing for a God Murti that Hindus across the world were in fact waiting for?
So, I hail from Lucknow. That's my hometown, and I joined NIFT Delhi in 2005. And I've been, a self-sponsored entrepreneur, and I've been working ever since then, and got a chance to, to dress up celebrities, cricketers, sports people, Bollywood stars, politicians, various personalities. But there was always a little edge that I'm not getting. I was not getting that internal satisfaction. There's something that was missing, and I always used to wonder what is that, and I always wanted to shift. Thinking, what should I do more? What should I do next? So getting to do IPL merchandise, getting to do Asian Games. I did all that. I did Indian Army combat uniform along with an IFT. I was the part of the sampling team. We did all that. But again, there was something that was missing, which I would say that, where I can say that, okay, yes, I have done something substantial, something which I could probably boast about or I can feel good about. And to my fortune, by their blessings, we got Prabhu Shri Ram's attire. Now, the thing which when we do design for any personality or any organization, so there's always a brief, there's always a feedback, there's always, so let's say if I have to design it for you, so you would come up with and say that, Manish, I like this color, I like this fit, I like this. But here, to do it for the idol, the most important thing was to establish a communication with the God himself, to understand what he needs, what he requires, and what has to be done. Despite all the briefs, yeah.
I want to know, as you sit back and look at this work, what sort of reactions are pouring in for you? How do you want everyone to remember this?
I would say, because I'm still taking time to absorb all this. And but the biggest thing, it was not the question of the design, the fabric, the cloth, or anything. It was a it was a huge responsibility on the shoulders, of bringing alive the imagination of crores of people across the world, from who were waiting for 500 years, more than 500 years, to see their Prabhu Shri Ram Lalla, to see their God. It was a huge responsibility. So I would again say, taking credits that I am doing it, I have done it, would not be right, because it is God who has probably, given that kind of insight, or probably, I would say, who has guided me along all this while to do this, to put it up for him. So I would say that, because it was a huge responsibility. It wasn't just a mere thing of designing, or picking up fabric and stitching it. And yeah, and again, if I say technicalities, why is it, obviously also it was difficult, but again, it was His grace that it all went smoothly.
Mr. Tripathi, I'm presuming that you would be flooded with messages. A lot of people would be eager to know what's really going on, and how has this experience really been?
Oh yes, yes. I would say the most important reaction, which is very, very important for me, is of my mother, my parents, and my wife, and they were very happy. They were in tears, and they were in tears. So I would say, when you smile or when you cry, when you smile with tears, I think that's the best compliment for anybody, or it's the best thing to see. So I think that was enough for me. Yeah.
I'm going to thank you so much for joining us and sharing your views with us on this very beautiful experience. Manish Tripathi, we believe that truly you were blessed, in fact, to get this opportunity to design the clothes for Ram Lalla.